about, did you see the drama going on the last 2 days over the world rankings between Devon Larratt and Engin TERZİ? Did you see any of that?
Nope. I don't even know what the world rankings are.
Okay, so let me catch you up on that. So 2 days ago, Engin TERZİ posted out his top 10 world rankings going from his events and all. And let me just run through real quick the order he has everybody. So he's got Levon at number 1, Jerry at number 2, Gennady at 3, Artem Morozov 4, Dave Chafee 5, Alex Kadetcha 6, Hermes Gasparini 7, Rivas 8, Monster Michael Todd 9, and number 10 Prunick. So the big problem that Devon had was, first off, that he wasn't on the rankings, you know, and Engin's justification was that he offered Devon a match, and Devon kind of like just turned him down and said that he needed time to recover since Levon and all. So you know, Engin took him off the rankings. Now the other problem that Devon had was that none of the Russians were on there, and Devon saying that it's not right not having the Russians and marking them as inactivity when they are still pulling in Russian tournaments, you know, all the time. And Engin's side of the story is, you know, Engin being part of the Turkish Federation, and he works with all the other arm wrestling federations around the world. You know, they have a ban against the Russians right now. So it's not even really up to Engin to make that decision, but so Engin could continue working with all these athletes, he had to, you know, kind of put them inactive and not include them in the rankings. So Devon had a problem with that.
These are Engin's East versus West.
Hold on, Todd. We got to do something. We got to do something
but
with
now these are just rankings based on East versus West.
Todd, we're just having problems with the glitching. Yeah, you're constantly you're going in and out, and you know, I hear bits and pieces, but you know, this is very important stuff. I don't want to miss what you're saying and all. So can you just you could just repeat that one more time with the rankings?
But these are just Engin's East rankings based on East versus West, right? Engin used to put together a whole world ranking, and maybe he still does, or maybe a chamber pulled that up. But since Engin's running his own East versus West tournament, I can see where he would make rankings based on his tournament, you know.
But
so
Engin
you wouldn't rank Mike Tyson in the Olympic Boxing Federation in the Olympic boxing rankings if he never boxed the Olympics, you know. So,
well, the whole thing
but
is
nothing's to stop Devon from starting his own rankings.
Well, the whole thing though is Engin is calling it the world rankings, and his justification is we got to start somewhere. So him being the top organization and throwing the biggest super matches, you know, this is where he's beginning to start all our rankings. So every time we throw in another event, we're gaining more intel, and we're kind of figuring out where everybody's sized up. But you got to start somewhere. So I kind of understand, you know, it might not be the most accurate rankings as of right now, but we don't have much to judge this on. Yeah. But as we keep going and throwing these East versus West every, you know, month and a half, 2 months, we're definitely going to start locking in and starting to figure out where everybody lies.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the rules are for Engin's rankings, but if he ranked Levon number 1, who's never pulled an East versus West tournament, so he ranked Levon 1 from the King of the Table series, then I would expect he would rank other King of the Table pullers too. So you could put Kadetchka in there, you could put Devon in there, that sort of thing. But like I said, it's Engin's rankings. I mean, you could come out with the Paul Italia rankings today. You could put Devon at 2 and 4 if you wanted. You know, I mean, when you make your rankings, you got to make the rules for it.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, anybody could come out with their own rankings and all, but I also understand what Engin's trying to do. But what Devon is saying is that maybe we should, instead of having a human biased ranking system, why don't we incorporate like the chess players do? We got that ELO system with points, and you know, everything's computer generated. And then he's also saying, along with that, you include opinion polls of the population of arm wrestling and all. So,
well, rankings only matter I mean, except for this drama and this arguing and these pissing contests we get into. Hell, I saw a rankings the other day. I think it was like, I don't know what state it was, but it was like the northeast portion of a state had its own rankings, you know? So it was like Northeast Iowa arm wrestling rankings, for crying out loud. Okay. Rankings matter if you're like in the UFC or something like that, where the title match pays a lot of money and you got to work your way up to get a shot. And then you have matchmakers that give title shots to like the number 2, 3, or 4 contender. But in arm wrestling, there's no barriers to that. You can, if you run a tournament, you can give anybody a title shot anytime you want. So the rankings don't really mean anything. And it's not like they're tied to endorsement deals or anything else like that. So I get a lot of questions and increasing the rankings and stuff. And I say, man, don't worry about the rankings. All right. I've never seen a ranking system where everybody was happy with it. And even with that, it's easy to do the chess system for chess players. High-level arm wrestlers going to compete, 4 or 5 times? And a lot of arm wrestlers compete once a year, once every other year. You know?
So that leads me to another question is, how long should it be that that you're taking off the ranking? So if you're not active, how long is it? 1 year should be the mark, where if you don't compete in this 1 year, that now you are knocked off the rankings list? Or is that too long, or is that too short?
Like I said, I don't run rankings, but In the Hook has their own rankings. Engin has rankings. Chant Shaw has rankings. Ask them how long it is for inactivity. Go ask the Northeast Iowa Arm Wrestling Association how long it is. I have so little care about the rankings. It absolutely doesn't mean a thing to me, and I don't know why anybody is concerned about it myself.
Okay, we'll leave it at